Hey, get down!
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah, covering
Oh gosh. It's not a tumor.
Get to the chopper!
Get down!
Run! Predator. Love that movie.
What else does he say? Bullets? No, I don't know. What's up, everybody? It's Big Bang Toys, Comics, and Game. We're talking comics.
Comics.
The week of January.
For the week of January.
21st.
21st.
Do I have a shadow?
No.
I'm stupid.
Didn't work.
Darn it. Now it really looks stupid. Anyway, watch this commercial. We'll be right back. We're here to talk comics. My name's Daryl.
My name's Aaron.
And we're here to talk comics. How many times can I say that?
Talking comics.
Whoa! Where are we?
Speak up quietly! The foot are about to ambush the turtle's sewer playtest. But thanks to the turtle's periscope, it's no surprise. Take cover! The foot are attacking with their sewer ball. Watch out, turtles, or you'll wind up in the recovery room. Oh no! Retro Mutant Ooze! The Shredder's up to his old trick. And speaking of going up, the turtles are taking the elevator to street level to make a call on Shredder using their private line. Reach out and crush someone. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Playmates.
We're at Big Bang.
Oh.
Standing here right in front of the comic shelf.
So now we're talking DC Comics. Aaron, what's good this week that people have to read?
Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin number 38. Bring him up to speed. As if you didn't already know.
Damian's back.
And he's got...
Superpowers.
And what does that mean?
I have no clue.
Nobody has a clue.
But he knocked Calabac out. Like, knocked his tooth out.
Not only did he knock his tooth out, but he slapped the taste right out of his mouth.
Yep. I could use some other rock references, but I think we know where we're going with this. At least in the sense that Damian just laid the smack down.
I think Damian said, Calabac, you must know your role.
It's true.
Anyway.
So the question is, how? I mean, we know the crystal was there. They're on Apocalypse. And he got brought back. And he just came back all Superman.
I don't know. We'll see how it plays out.
I think Bruce is going to have his hands full with Damian now. It's going to be good, though. And Tomasi never lets us down.
We'll see how it plays out. I am intrigued. I don't know how long he's going to have powers, because Robin can't have powers for long. Or can he?
I hope not, because it could be pretty dangerous
I mean,
with that attitude.
if you got superpowers, why do you need Batman? Suddenly Damian is Batman. Bruce Wayne's crippled in a wheelchair somewhere.
Could this be where the story's going to go?
Who knows? You never know.
He already kind of had that then, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't need that.
I'm glad Damian's back, and he has a little bit of a jerk face element to him. But please don't make him too much of a jerk face. We just got him back.
And as long as Tomasi and Morrison seem to know how to handle it, so. And they've been there since the beginning.
But Morrison's not writing it. It's Tomasi.
But Tomasi was editor
Is he
when it
Grant?
started.
Is he Grant Morrison's understudy?
He was the editor when Morrison started the story.
All right, we'll let it slide.
So anyway, since we were talking about Apocalypse and Darkseid, I have to mention Zen because, man, one of the coolest Darkseid things, you know how Darkseid's just always like, whatever, when he destroys stuff? That Sing's like flying in, he's gonna do all kamikaze, and he's just standing there. Omega Beam, shoot out, blow the plane up. That was one of the coolest Darkseid things ever. World's End's like really picked up to being a good comic.
Still can't read it.
War with Apocalypse and Earth 2. Earth 2 is gonna get blown up.
By the way, it sounds like everything around us is blowing up. It's really loud
I think
outside
we're on
around us.
Apocalypse as Earth 2 is trying to fight to
Yes.
save themselves.
It's like,
Yeah, it's just
Man.
like that. Sing just got blown up by some Omega.
fortunately, we still have both hands. I can't speak for Aaron, but I have mine. Oh, you only see one. But anyway,
And, speaking of another little giveaway on Earth 2, man, Al Pratt. A while back, he got his arm ripped off, beaten
Adam
down
Smasher.
with it. And
or old school Damage back
either way,
in the 90s. Damage, remember him? Look it up. Dollar.
he's dead.
He's died again? Oh, whatever. DC, whatever.
Let's not get on that.
Now, Convergence is coming up. Quick news on Convergence, because Earth 2, World's End, Future's End, all that builds to Convergence. Now, Dan Didio just did a interview, actually, saying that the end of the Convergence story is going to leave all doors open for the best of DC and hoping that many of their readers will return.
Why are you the one that says all this? Because you always do this as if it's some kind of
Well, you
looking
can't
down on
you
it thing.
can't say
We are here to sell comics.
Well, he is documenting returning readers, which means it implies they've lost them. No, I'm just saying. I'm actually talking about Convergence. It might be good. I can't say
It'll
until
be
I
good.
read it. I see. I can't say that. I just can't.
There's at least going to be some good stuff in there.
You know, until
Marv Wolfman's writing the Teen Titans issue. I don't
No,
want to hear it.
he's talking about the end of the main series. At the end of Convergence, he said it leaves all doors open for the best of DC.
That sounds like a
Whatever,
good thing.
whatever that means. Well, to me, it just sounds like, I'm telling you, man, look up Hyper Time. Mark Waid, hear my cry. I'm with you. It's the same thing.
Whatever.
It's not a new concept.
How many of them are?
No wonder Mark Waid didn't work.
Man, we gotta have a whole nother video just on comics and the redundancy of comics and their stories.
You just defend DC because you drink the Kool-Aid. And I'm not trying to get into this DC stuff.
yeah, whatever.
I even read DC.
Marvel
I just
Kool-Aid.
can't. I just can't take the overall direction
When
until
you
it's.
walk in the door, there's like a styrofoam cup and it's got Kool-Aid and it says Marvel and Daryl's handing it out.
I'm sorry, you're drinking the DC Kool-Aid.
Let's move on.
You're wearing a DC beard right now. Shave that thing off.
Vandal Savage. Or Bray
Anyway,
Wyatt, depends on, when we're talking wrestling.
we always bicker a little bit on DC versus Marvel, but the thing is, I'm just trying.
Actually, I don't jump on the Marvel hate bandwagon when you're doing
I don't hate
Just me and
DC. I don't hate DC. I'm talking Dan Didio.
Go back and watch the videos. How
No.
many times does Aaron be like, I hate Marvel, they suck? How many
don't-
times does Daryl go, I hate DC?
We can't say hate and suck on this video. We're already 6 minutes in, man.
I know, and we're still going on about this. And
I was,
didn't even get to
I
finish.
was talking about Convergence. You were talking about Darkseid destroying stuff, and I'm like, go
It's
ahead.
so cool, man.
Go
I was
ahead.
having fun. You had to go and rain on my
Go
parade.
ahead. Talk about it.
Let's go.
Well, you said you didn't get to finish. Go ahead.
It's done now. Look, 6 minutes of that.
Green Lantern New Guardians number 38. Godhead, the Fallout. What's the future of Kyle Rayner? How much longer will he live?
I don't know. I read the Green Lantern and Green Lantern Corps last night. Green Lantern Corps is really good. Green Lantern is basically like Hal goes home, gets drunk with Guy, gets in a bar fight with Guy, has a conversation with Carol.
That sounds like God. What,
It
what
totally
happens
does.
with Carol?
Well, she's with Kyle. So they had
Well, I
the-
knew that. But
They
I-
had the whole like, oh, well, I thought we were gonna be something, and oh, I'm with Kyle, but you're a sweet guy. Hopefully, you'll figure it out one day, whether you're a pilot or you're a space cop. Will Hal ever figure that out? Probably not. No, he wouldn't be Hal if he ever figured it out, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised Kyle Rayner still lives. But
Always. I was never the hugest Kyle Rayner.
I like Kyle Rayner. I like it because he's the guy that brought back the Guardians. Now, this is pre-New 52, which most Green Lantern stuff is
Stuff.
still intact.
Yeah.
Now, you notice I don't talk about hating DC when I mention Green Lantern or even Batman, because it all stayed the same. Aquaman's good, Wonder Woman's good, at least it was until Azraella left. So,
Speaking of Wonder
I can't
Woman
speak.
number 38.
Yeah, I can't speak bad about Wonder Woman because they brought back Donna Troy, but is it the same Donna Troy? That is
Does
the
it
question.
matter?
Of course it does.
We've already read that story. Let's read a new story.
Yeah, no,
I'm
but
all about reading new stories.
Yeah, but
'cause I've read all the old stories.
the news story is a weird doppelganger. Look that up if you want.
They're not real anyway.
They're not real.
No.
Aaron's not real.
Nope.
I'm gonna make him
The
disappear.
only thing that's real is multiversity. That's it.
That's not real.
Yes,
Anyway, Justice League 38. We're mentioning Darkseid. Darkseid War is coming up, and this is the Amazo virus. Do you read Justice League?
of course. Jeff Johns writes it.
It's DC. Of course he does.
Yes.
It's like me. Of course, it's Marvel. Most likely, I don't read it.
I even read some Marvel.
I read DC too. So let's stop the hate.
Stop the hate.
Let's bring in some hustle, loyalty, and respect, and end the hate.
If you like DC, read DC. If you like Marvel, read Marvel. Just have fun. That's all that matters. Have fun.
The last book we're going to mention for DC that I'm going to have to edit this video a lot. Batman Superman number 18.
Man, I just have to say Greg Pak's on a roll. And this whole
Does he write Batman Superman?
who's Superman? Yes, he does.
Just make sure.
Who is Superman's Joker? Who would you think Superman's Joker would be?
I don't know. We've had this conversation.
They almost tried to paint it out to be Lobo, but I'm glad it wasn't.
Who is it?
Because that's not really.
Do we know
Lobo.
who it is?
No.
Oh,
We just keep running down the line. Like
Ultra-
obviously it couldn't have been Luthor.
Ultra Human.
That's what I would like it to be. And I've heard they're gonna bring him back in the new 52.
I think it's the Ultra Human. That's what I
And
say.
I think a new origin, updating that character would make him pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think, the idea of Superman having a Joker is intriguing. And it is a DC book, and I'm agreeing with that, so yes.
Yeah. I think that was all that I was gonna cover on DC.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the coming weeks, because I'm waiting for Superman, Jeff Johns, John Romita Jr. Did I mention Jeff Johns?
Jeff Johns.
Yes, if his name's on it, I'll read it.
If only I could stand here. Anyway.
Anyway, that's DC. Independence, we're going to roll real quickly. Galaxy Quest, The Journey Continues, #1 comes out. If you're a big fan of the movie, Galaxy Quest, starring Tim Allen, funny movie. If you like Star Trek, mixed with humor, this is basically a continuation from the movie. Also, Snake Eyes. Agent of Cobra, #1.
This sounds pretty cool, and I haven't read. I like the last G.I. Joe I read was Real American Hero because it picked up on the Marvel run, and I always loved the Marvel run. And the Transformers did too, more than meets the eye. But anyway,
Some of them, yeah.
I don't. This isn't in that universe. It's like multiple G.I. Joe.
But they did do that. That was cool.
But this sounds cool just because Snake Eyes is probably most G.I. Joe fans' favorite character, right?
Yeah, it's a 4-issue miniseries. It's like something you can pick up, read, and not be too committed to, but it's worth checking out.
I'm tempted.
Millennium, #1. If you know who Chris Carter is in the X-Files, Lance Henriksen starred in the 90s TV show Millennium. Anyway, there's a 5-issue miniseries coming out. New #1. If you're a fan of the show, you dug it, or you like supernatural or cult-like things, read this book.
The character's named after one of my favorite musicians, Frank Black.
That's right, Frank Black. So did you watch Millennium?
I did.
I did too.
Just because the character was named Frank
It
Black?
was a dark show. Friday nights back in the 90s was like supernatural dark Friday.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great time to watch TV back then.
Yeah. So
Now
anyway,
we have Constantine and Supernatural.
Constantine. I still haven't watched it. I gotta catch up.
I missed the last episode. I'm ashamed.
It's a DC character and I haven't watched it.
I'm ashamed. I missed the last episode.
As you should be.
I should be. Anyway.
Also, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #42 comes out, the ongoing series. You like the Ninja Turtles? Leonardo's my favorite. Read the book.
Leonardo?
Who's your favorite?
Raphael, actually.
Why?
I guess it's because of the original Eastman story that, it's not because he betrayed, but it is the thing that made him the most interesting turtle that he betrayed him.
Didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I mean, I like the movies, I like the cartoons, I like the characters. I haven't read the original series cover to cover.
Like standing like Darkseid.
That's what we're doing. I've been doing it. I noticed you doing it, so I started doing it again. I did it first. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, also from Image, we got Autumnland's Tooth and Claw, written by Kurt Busiek. The former title was Tooth and Claw, but now it's the Autumnland's Tooth and Claw. So if you're looking for it on the shelf and they're alphabetical, look under the A's.
Kurt's a great writer.
Great writer.
Did an awesome Superman. I know, I said DC.
Yeah.
He also does Astro City.
Vertigo, DC.
Anyway.
He wrote Marvels for Marvel, which was excellent. And
there you go.
He had a great Avengers run that was awesome. But anyway, Autumnland's Tooth and Claw, read it. It's kind of like it's Game of Thrones, magic, sorcery, medieval type stuff. Check it out. Invincible, #116. Do what? Mature, yes, mature readers. Invincible, #116. Robert Kirkman, creator of The Walking Dead. This is a superhero book. You get the 25-cent book here in just a little bit. I did that burp thing.
Yeah. But I was also going to say, speaking of mature readers, Invincible.
Yes.
It is a great comic. I'm not caught up, and I wish I was, but it's actually probably, at this point, my favorite in Kirkman's movies. I switch on that a lot while I was Outcast.
If you like the unpredictability or anything can go of Walking Dead, you'll like Invincible. If you like superheroes.
It's Walking Dead with superpowers.
Yeah, so definitely check out that book. A few other books you might want to look at. Drifter #3, written by Ivan Brandon, sci-fi thing. Aaron's friend Josh.
He likes it.
I'll say my friend Josh too, because I know him as well. He's not no longer, but he actually says it's a really good book. So you should check out Drifter #3.
Josh, the other DC guy in the store.
Yes, but he reads Marvel too.
See,
you labeled me a Marvel guy. You labeled me.
You labeled me a DC guy. Anyway.
No, I just said you love DC. But anyway, read Drifter #3. And then Ivar, Time Walker from Valiant. If you like Doctor Who, if you like time hopping kind of thing, read Ivar, Time Walker #1 from Valiant, 4-issue miniseries. Definitely something you want to check out, especially if you're like, hey, I've never read Valiant. This is something that would be pretty cool.
We should support more independence.
I'm actually going to read this book and give a review. I'm currently in the process of reading The Valiant by Jeff Lemire and Matt Canton.
The Valiant #1.
So, anyway, check it out.
The Valiant.
Have you read it?
Sorry.
We'll talk about it in a second.
Long ago, in a galaxy far, far away, the Star Wars saga began, and Kenner continues the excitement.
Chewbacca's
Roar! It's C-3PO that you can take apart, and other action figures each sold separately.
Take me to Han Solo and Princess Leia. What happened? Han, Leia, sneak attack. I'm all in pieces. What a mess. Put him down, Chewie. How's that, C-3PO? Wonderful.
Han Solo, C-3PO with backpack, and other action figures each sold separately from Kenner Star Wars Return of the Jedi collection.
Now we're talking what we all want to talk about.
I do actually, because I want to talk about a comic that came out from Marvel last week.
All right, go ahead.
Star Wars. If you guys did not pick up that comic, you need to come here and special order that comic. Because if you're a Star Wars fan, go ahead.
Number 1 sold out. It's gone to a second printing. We completely sold out, and it's sold out across the nation. But we do have more second printings of number 1, and then number 2 is going to come out, so you need to jump on the train now.
Do you know why?
What?
Because it's just that good.
It was that good. It was
like
amazing.
My pick of the week.
Like,
Pick
you
of the
could
month.
hear Harrison Ford talking as Han Solo in the book.
And that Chewie Darth Vader thing. That's all I'm going to say is Chewie and Darth Vader. It's also the last page, too, but I can't talk about that.
Yes.
Jason Aaron is awesome.
John Cassaday's art is excellent. It's a great book. If you like Star Wars, if you are an old fan, or somebody that's just kind of a, hey, I just like the movies, you would love this book. It's for everybody.
For the people that love the old series, the original series, and have their complaints with the rest, you need to read this book, because it will bring, it did for me, it brought that love back from Star Wars. Now I'm just like, I can't wait for more Star Wars.
Yeah, and if you like Star Wars, get Darth Vader and Princess Leia. Now, sign up now. Get a file.
Get a file, just for Star Wars even.
Yeah, so
It's great.
anyway, get a file, and also we got a special file meeting. Oh wait, check your boxes.
Check your boxes.
So anyway, what else you got to say about Star Wars? I don't want to cut you off.
I could probably spend the rest of this video on Star Wars. It's that good. It really was that good.
Take your aunt's word for it. Get Star Wars number 1.
By Marvel.
Yes. Yes! Anyway, Amazing Spider-Man number 13, Spider-Verse continues. Now, we know who the other is, the bride in the Scion. Or is it Scion or Scion? How do you say it?
I don't know on that.
I think it's Scion. By the way, it's Mortal Kombat X, not 10. DC book. Anyway, Spider-Verse continues. Scarlet Spider's number 3. Someone will die in Scarlet Spider's number 3. Which clone will it be? Anyway, Spider-Verse is a great Spider-Man story.
That it is.
You need to check it out. I think it's got 1 more month of books, and it's going to conclude next month. So
Jerry Conway comes on soon. That is, the heyday of my reading Spider-Man and really getting into that character was Jerry Conway. So to me, him coming back to Spider-Man is
Punisher.
a huge deal.
wrote the Punisher.
Yep. Punisher's an awesome, really good book. The last issue from last week, the Howling Commandos. I can give a brief rundown of this.
Sure.
Del Sols, he was going after that group in LA. Then he ends up going to the jungle, tracks them there and runs into Black Widow on a ship, and then he comes back to LA and they're getting ready to try and take over LA, just tear the infrastructure down. Then they kidnap his sister and her husband and kids, thinking that Frank Castle of all people is going to be like, oh, let me power to you. No, that's not Frank Castle. So he goes in the building and is just like, I'm going to take you all out. Even, no matter what happens. At the same time, the Howling Commandos, they're coming to take Frank Castle down. So what does the Howling Commandos and most likely S.H.I.E.L.D. want with Frank Castle?
Good
You gotta
question.
read the next issue of the Punisher to find out.
Reminds me of a story called Suicide Run in the 90s where he takes everybody on. It's a little different, but anyway, you get bored with the Punisher Suicide Run.
Great run, Nathan Edmondson.
Anyway, Punisher's a good book. I think it's good. I hope somebody tries it out. It's definitely a book you should be reading.
Definitely.
As we're going on, Bucky Barnes Winter Soldier, number 4.
Another awesome one.
Awesome Marvel character. This book's a little different. Some people may have read the book and like, where's it going? Well, it's starting to pick up with number 3 and now number 4. Where Crossbones is trying to kill Bucky Barnes, and he has a secret agenda. Anyway, the art is kind of psychedelic. It's very spy, 60s-ish, sci-fi-ish. Anyway,
Steranko-ish?
it's different.
Should I pick this book up?
I think this is one of those I'm going to have to say you might have to give it a 4 or 5 issue try. Alex Scott, he does Secret Avengers, which I actually just heard is about to end around April or May. One of the funniest books on the stands. It's My Superior Foes of Spider-Man Parallel. It's a great book. He writes that, but anyway, he writes Bucky Barnes. I think if you like the character, you should check it out.
I might have to check out Bucky Barnes.
Keep in mind, the art style is very different, and he's the new Man on the Wall. He's the new Man on the Wall, which Nick Fury protected the Earth when not running S.H.I.E.L.D. And now Bucky Barnes has taken his place. So it's a more global, cosmic vibe than just something, instead of espionage down on the ground kind of thing.
Well, I think, when I originally heard about, the whole universal global space kind of thing, I was like, I don't know about that. But now that you make it sound like it's like a Steranko from the 60s thing.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, it's one of those. It's a book that a lot of people they either love the style or they hate it. But it's something that you definitely. It's one of those things like it's like Seinfeld, right? You just had to catch its rhythm. A good show has to get a rhythm.
I'm interested. I might have to read it.
Also, right, you got Rocket Raccoon, Legendary Star-Lord, and Guardians of the Galaxy books coming out this week. Black Vortex is on the horizon, a new crossover with all the cosmic characters and the all-new X-Men. Nova, Guardians of the Galaxy, and the all-new X-Men. Kitty Pryde, she's in a relationship with Peter Quill. There's some other stuff with that I can't give away, but you need to read Legendary Star-Lord and know what's going on with Peter Quill. Anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy, check it out. Planet Venom just happened. All I know is it's still going down. Read the book.
Planet full of symbiotes.
It's awesome. Magneto number 14. Magneto is coming out of Axis. He's basically he's back to Genosha.
Really?
Back to Genosha. Anyway,
See Magneto, we know him well.
if you want good character piece of Magneto, you need to read this book.
I like it.
We also have Aaron's favorite, Moon Knight. Number 11 comes out this week.
Moving on.
Spider-Woman number 3 also involves Spider-Verse. We've got Wolverine's number 3, the new weekly book of all the Wolverine characters. What's the future of Wolverine, of Logan, and all these characters that are tied to him, including like his son, his female clone. Anyway, check out Wolverine's and Sabretooth as a hero. Yep, he's one of the few that did not get converted back. So, and I do want to mention Superior Iron Man number 4 comes out this week. Tom Taylor, great book. Daredevil against Iron Man. It's an interesting book.
So that's a throwdown worth checking out.
Yeah, Daredevil actually got his sight back.
What?
Yeah, you got to read it. Basically, Iron Man gives a free download of Extremis, where it makes you the best version of you. And then after 24 hours, you got to pay like $100 a day to get it. It's like he's getting people hooked on Extremis.
Yeah, it's like, and I've heard something about it, and Tom Taylor's an excellent writer, so I'm sure it's good, but, it's still one of those, like, really? You're gonna make Tony Stark more of a butt than he was?
Yeah, and that's pretty much exactly what he is.
And Daredevil getting his sight back. Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so anyway, if you read number 2, and then number 3, and number 4, so anyway, check it out if you like Tom Taylor on Earth 2, you definitely should be reading Superior Iron Man. Lastly, Brian Michael Bendis, Powers number 1. It's launching again with the new number 1, and it's getting the new show on the PlayStation. Is it the Exchange or the Network?
I have no idea.
It's a PlayStation exclusive show coming on soon. Powers, basically where you have your cops in a superhero world. So it's kind of cool.
Wow, that is pretty good.
Yeah, and one of them used to be a hero. Yes. It's been a while since I read it.
I like Bendis a lot. I've read his all-new X-Men. It was really good.
I think if people dig the show, it'll actually have people go back in the back issues, but also check out this new book. I think it'll get people back into the book. You get into the show, it's like, man, I want to read more. So anyway, it's a book you want to try.
Definitely.
And if I'm going to mention any books,
what would you say last week that was just mind-blowing that you read?
I got to tell you, all new Captain America is amazing. I had my doubts about Falcon Cap, but the more I read it, it's a great character piece on Sam Wilson as the Falcon. If you love the Falcon and Winter Soldier, the movie, if you like the Falcon, period, regardless if you disagree with him being Captain America, Rick Remender does a great job proving why he should be, while Steve Rogers is currently old. And I'm sure Steve Rogers will get the Super Soldier Serum back, or it'll reactivate. But like in issue number 1 or 2, Nomad, Ian Rogers, Captain America's adopted son from Dimension Z. You need to read that.
I've read the first part. I know
He gets his throat slit by Baron Zemo. He's killed. Zemo has Crossbones, Sin. He's got all these villains combined to take on Captain America. It's really good. Falcon Cap is what I call him.
Falcon Cap. Okay.
But Baron Zemo has a secret agenda, and in issue number 3, Sin takes on Falcon, and it just proves why Falcon should be Cap, and it is Cap right now. And even if you don't like it, by the time he's not Cap anymore and he's just Falcon, you'll definitely appreciate Sam Wilson. What?
Anyway.
Because it's a Marvel book?
No, I just wanted to do that for fun.
Oh, okay. So I can totally do that in After Effects. But anyway, I'm Daryl.
And I'm Aaron.
We talked comics today. Anyway, we hope you have a great day. Read some comics.
And enjoy them. Have fun reading.
There you go. BobbyMain.com.
BobbyMain.com.